Welcome to Coffee with Great Wealth Strategies. And it is coffee time. Good morning. Eric Kenyon here, President and CEO of Great Wealth Strategies. I'm here to talk to you about something that I'm advocating about, and I'm pretty daggone passionate about it, and it's called giving your financial advisors the boot. I've done so. I had some experiences here recently over the last couple of years that just would essentially make your blood boil. And what's happened in many people's portfolios, and this isn't, this is across the board. People have lost money, and they've lost a lot of money. And because of that, I really believe that if you have any wherewithal and you have any understanding of simple concepts, that you're in a better position. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I call myself a financial liberator. But you're in a better position to actually take control of it. With a little bit of education, a little bit of knowledge, you can put yourself in a position that will exponentially move you forward, where that you will have a whole lot more resources, money, in the future, potentially. And one of the things that kind of got me fired up about this in the first place was, and I found an article, and let me just pull this up here real quick. It was from Oil Trading, and it was Skyline Capital Management is where this came from, and I'll see if I can post it in the URL. But they did some research, and Charles Schwab, everybody's heard of that investment company, found that on average, financial advisory firms generate roughly $6,900 per client, and this was data from back in 2009. So it's a little old. It's a sizable amount of money that financial advisors make from you, whether they're in the insurance industry selling you insurance products, whether they're selling you mutual funds, bonds, fixed assets, whatever they're allowed to sell you, which is what they're only allowed to sell you is what's in their portfolio. And yeah, for years, I worked with financial advisors from a variety of firms, and I won't mention the firms, but what ended up happening is not only did they charge me management fees to work with me privately, but then they would get commissions on the front end and back end of any product that they sold. And guess what? The products that they sold were the products that they got paid commissions on. So really, there was no incentive for these financial advisors to direct me or help me retire in a position or make sure that my money was in the right place. And by doing so, I ended up in funds that were specifically, they were going down month after month, year after year, especially over the financial crisis. So as you'll see, we do quite a few webinars on redirecting and self-directing in what we call self-directed, a genuine LLC, where you are a manager of an LLC and you take over your retirement money. You take over your investing. And of course you want to get some advice with placing investments in those. And I certainly encourage folks to work with individuals and specialists that can guide some of these investments. But the nice thing is you're allowed to, when you genuinely self-direct and you have retirement money in those, or if they're just accounts that you're doing with TD Ameritrade, things like that, you get to choose what you want to invest in. And as long as you're not self-dealing and you stay within the IRS codes and laws, you can do pretty much anything. You buy anything you want. And that allows you to not have to be a victim of the market. And so one of the things I'm really excited about is the fact that I've fired my financial advisors and I'm doing this myself. Now, you don't have to be a genius. Trust me, I'm not. And you can be quite successful with this. So stay tuned. Come in. We're going to go through some workshops and talk about this a little bit more. But thanks, and have a cup of coffee. This is Eric with Great Wealth Strategies. Bye-bye.